And Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on a 3-day visit to Europe. We're bringing you his complete itinerary, and he's reached Berlin, or about to reach Berlin is what we're picking up right now. We're getting some visuals coming in. Let's cut live across to the visuals that are coming in right now. He's in Germany to begin with. He's also slated to meet the French President Macron in the next couple of days amidst the war in Ukraine. He's on a 3-day visit to Europe, and he's arrived in Berlin. That's the breaking news coming in. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived in Berlin. His first stop was always supposed to be Berlin. He's arrived in Berlin. He is on a 3-day visit to Europe. Beginning today, the visit is coming against the backdrop of Russia's war on Ukraine, which has altered the geopolitical balance in Europe. The first leg of the trip is going to see the Prime Minister's arrival, which has happened already. He's already landed, after which he's going to be holding bilateral talks with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz. The two leaders are going to co-chair the 6th edition of India-Germany Intergovernmental Consultations. Post this, the Prime Minister is also going to be meeting Indian community in Berlin. On 3rd of May, the Prime Minister is going to be in Copenhagen in Denmark to hold bilateral engagements and other events with Danish counterpart. After concluding this particular engagement in Denmark, Prime Minister will have a brief stopover in France, as I already mentioned, on 4th of May to meet the French President Emmanuel Macron. The visit includes 25 engagements, 8 world leaders, 50 business honchos, and Indian diaspora is going to be the Prime Minister's first international trip this year. He's arrived in Berlin. Let's get you those live visuals of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi arriving in Berlin. His Europe trip right there. He's going to be visiting Denmark, Germany, France, talk on India-France strategic partnership in Paris on 4th of May 2022. His first pit stop, though, is Berlin. Let's bring you all the latest from our reporters as well in terms of his entire itinerary, in terms of what's planned in Berlin, because he's landed now. He's going to be headed straight for the bilateral talks with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz. Both of them, that is German Chancellor Olaf Scholz and Prime Minister Modi, will be co-chairing the 6th edition of India-Germany Intergovernmental Consultations. We're bringing you the latest coming in. Anjana Om Kashyap is joining us live for the very latest on this particular story. Anjana, the Prime Minister has landed in Berlin. If you could walk our viewers through what his itinerary is, and more importantly, how significant this particular visit is because of the geopolitical imbalance in Europe in the back of Russia-Ukraine war.
Absolutely. Post the Russia-Ukraine war, this is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's first foreign visit, and very important so because he's coming to Europe. Now, how Europe is aligning against Russia in this entire war is absolutely clear, and India as of now has remained neutral in the entire war that's happening between Russia and Ukraine. As soon as the Prime Minister arrives, there are these Indians who are all excited here to welcome him. We've just sent a lot of conversations with them. Apart from Bharat Mata Ki Jai and Vande Mataram, they're all here excited to welcome Prime Minister Modi. And immediately after this, as you told our viewers, there's this talks with with the Chancellor of Germany, Olaf Scholz, because this is a rare platform that India has with a few of the governments of other countries, where intergovernmental conversation on how administration is happening in both countries is discussed and ideas are shared. But beyond that, I think these are the colors that we've been talking about. And quickly, if you can tell us what are the programs that you've prepared here, and the lady here in pink, if you can quickly share the excitement that you have for the
Oh, thank you. We are very, very excited. This is the first time we are getting to meet our Prime Minister. He's a leader in all ways. He's putting India in the forefront today. We are so happy to get the opportunity to meet him in person. Really looking forward.
What would come to your mind when you would meet him? Have you thought of what you're going to say?
मोदी है तो मुमकिन है, बस यही बोलना है।
आप बताएं।
बस मोदी जी से कहेंगे कि आप हमारे वर्ल्ड लीडर हैं, आपके वजह से हमारी यहाँ पे शान है, और जो भी हम यहाँ रह रहे हैं, बस हम उनके वजह से बहुत प्राउड फील
doing a dance performance.
Yes, I'm dancing, and my husband will be welcoming him by a Dhol Tasha
performance.
Yeah. Right, we're all looking forward, and you're organizing all this. So quickly, just take us through the programs that you said. The Prime Minister is going to be here, and you're going to be doing all the events.
Yes. So it's not only me; it's 26 different Indian associations from Berlin. Berlin that is putting on a collective effort here. So associations from all across India. So you get to see a mini India here. Right there across in Potsdamer Platz.
Yes, so our viewers can get a quick...
It's a very historical landmark. It's the entry gate to Berlin. And we see that India's soft power diplomacy is also going to be displayed
all the
there.
Indians are going to be performing right in front of this Brandenburg Gate?
In front of there, and apparently, hopefully, our PM can also see it, and he can also participate there. And we know he's very dynamic, and he gets into the crowd. So maybe we'll also get to see some of that action. Yes.
And in the evening, there's going to be an amazing interaction with the Indian diaspora. Back to the studios.
Anjana, outside of the superlatives of the people who have gathered there and excited to meet the Prime Minister, if you could also walk our viewers geopolitically how significant this particular meeting is, especially with India's relationship with Germany in the backdrop of what is going on in Ukraine at the moment.
Absolutely. 3 days, 3 countries and 8 world leaders. That is what this entire tour of the Prime Minister means. Now, Europe has specially aligned, and these are the countries which have aligned itself against Russia. They call it the Russian invasion of Ukraine. India, as of now, has always maintained a very balanced stand on the entire issue, a neutral stand. But these consultations are very important because Prime Minister Modi, just before leaving, but just before his departure, on his official website, the statement that was put forth is there are a lot of choices stand in front of Europe. I think it's going to be an interaction in which not just intergovernmental relationships are going to be built further. Let me tell you, just last year in 2021, India and Germany celebrated 70 years of diplomatic relationship. But beyond that, it's not just Indo-German, it's not just in Denmark. Prime Minister is meeting not just the Prime Minister of Denmark, but Iceland, Finland, Norway and Sweden. So 5 country heads he's meeting there, and then he has a stopover visit with Emmanuel Macron. Emmanuel Macron has been chosen the president just 10 days back. So he wants to personally congratulate him. So it's a very important geopolitical, if you talk about India's power, its emerging value of its stand in the entire Russia-Ukraine war, and how Prime Minister Modi takes this relationship forward with Europe.
Thank you so much, Anjana, for that particular perspective. And I must say, you're looking gorgeous right there in Berlin. We're going to keep coming back to you for more on this particular story where